Our next guest reveals some culinary innovations for the modern kitchen that are must-haves for 2021. He shares the details with Jessica. Take a look.
We're joined today by an incredibly special guest, Curtis Stone, Los Angeles-based Michelin-starred chef, restaurateur, author, and culinary entrepreneur. It's great to see you, Curtis. Thanks for making time.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. It's nice to see you too.
It's wonderful to spend time together. We're talking about the kitchen, the perfect spot, and you certainly know plenty of what's going on in there and some innovations that we're looking ahead in 2021. Of course, we dove into the kitchen last year. We've been working at home and really kind of finding a newfound love. So in this year to come, we're trying to make the most of it.
You're so right. I mean, look, if there's anything that's good that's come out of the pandemic, we're at home more, we're with our families more, and we're cooking more. And to me, they're three wonderful, really important things. In fact, my wife and I used to sit in the backyard at nighttime when we'd get our little boys to sleep, and we'd be like, how do we slow it down? How do we spend more time at home? You know, and now we get that opportunity. And I think the beautiful thing is we're reacting really positively to it. Bosch actually just did a survey that I read, and 80% of Americans are trying new recipes. I mean, that's fabulous. 60% of Americans are looking to upgrade their kitchen and bring new appliances and new technology into the kitchen, which frankly just makes that whole cooking experience a whole lot simpler and a whole lot more streamlined. So I think there's some really cool trends coming up.
It's really encouraging to hear that, and I know that that's true. And even though we are in the kitchen more and we are working from home and there are so many things that are happening, we're still time-starved. You're still looking for that way, as you said, to make it most efficient. So what are you seeing?
Well, look, the thing for me is connectivity is really important. And as that technology builds its way into the appliances that we use on a day-to-day basis, that's a big deal. You know, things like being able to preheat your oven from a remote location. I actually brew my coffee while I'm laying in bed. You know, there's tiny little things like that. I'm cooking on an induction cooktop right now. Now, this is the Bosch induction cooktop, and it has a feature called the Power Move. Let me explain it to you. You turn it on to Power Move, and it cooks on a 9. That's full power, right? Now, if I want to turn that down, this is how simple it is. I just push it back to the middle, and that turns it down to a 1.5. Sorry, to a 5. If I want to turn it all the way to a 1.5, I push it all the way to that back burner. So there are really cool, you know, innovative little ways that are very intuitive in the way that you wish you could cook. Well, now you can, and that's really great. And see, by moving it back, I'm just increasing the temperature again. And once you get used to a feature like that, you'll wonder how you ever dealt without it.
I think you are so right. And certainly those, you hit the nail on the head, intuitive. As a chef, that's what you do. You move it on and off the burner. Well, now you're making that technology work for you. It really looks incredible.
Thank you so much. No, this is one of my favorite dishes, because when I say mac and cheese, my kids' eyes get a little brighter. They get very excited. But I pre-blanch some broccoli and some cauliflower just in boiling water. Then I refresh it in some ice cold water. And the reason I do that is to snap in that nutrition, really keep that sort of vibrancy in the vegetables. That's another trend that we saw in the survey, was Americans have become totally ice obsessed. And I relate to it. My kids are constantly in and out of the fridge helping themselves to drinks. I use these little ice baths quite often when I'm cooking to refresh a vegetable, or even pasta. If I'm going to make a pasta salad, take it out of that boiling water and then stick it into an ice bath. And it really does change the way you can cook. Now, once you put the crumb on top, but in the crumb was just breadcrumbs, some olive oil, a little parmesan, some fresh thyme, what I do is I stick that under the broiler. Now, again, that technology is really wonderful. What you see, that beautiful crumb that we've got there, that happened in literally 90 seconds in a broiler that you don't even need to preheat. You know, it literally, you turn it on, 90 seconds later, you've got a gorgeous crumb like that. So you're talking about real power, and you can see you get that crusty, you know, rich on top, and then underneath is that beautiful creaminess. So if I spoon this out, you'll see beautiful, steamy, fabulous and crunchy on the top, and the kids don't know it, but it's full of veggies, which we all love as parents, don't we?
What a perfect recipe, Curtis. I love that. Perfect for the adults and for the kids, as you said, and maybe it will encourage them to dive right into that broccoli. You've shown us some great innovations, some great ways to use that technology and make it work for you. What's your number one kitchen hack for efficiency?
Look, I think it's all about getting organized. Now, I know it sounds a little boring when someone tells you to get organized, but the truth is I have to cook for 100 people a night, every night, and they all come pretty much at the same time for dinner and they all want something delicious. So the truth behind that is you need to be structured. You need to, so when it comes to a home kitchen, get rid of all that clutter. You know, we have so many appliances in our kitchen, and these days, the big appliances like your oven, like your refrigerator, they do so many jobs. So you really can just get rid of a lot of that stuff, streamline it. Because I always say, if it looks nice and neat, it'll end up tasting that way too, because you'll work through it so much quicker and so much easier. And the truth is, you want to enjoy yourself in the kitchen. You don't want it to feel like a chore, and it only feels like a chore when it's hard work. And when you've got the right stuff, it's not.
Well, efficiency is key, and it has been a fantastic opportunity talking with you, Curtis. Thank you so much for making time. We appreciate it.
You're so welcome. Lovely chatting to you. If you want the recipe, you can go to bosch-home.com/US.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing. We'll post a direct link on our website as well. Bye, Curtis. Thank you.
See you later.